Well, a very, very good afternoon, and welcome along with Stu Bear and, of course, Air Show World, and wishing you all a very, very good Monday afternoon. It's literally just after 1 p.m. in the afternoon on the 4th of the 4th, 2022, and great to have your company if you're watching this wherever you're watching it. And this week I was hoping to be at RAF Mildenhall, but hey, the weather is absolutely horrible today, and it's not looking very good for the rest of the week. So I thought, hey, let's stay in the comfort and the warmth of the Air Show World studios, and what we're going to do is go back in time with some classic videos. Hey, it's what we call the DVD show, and that's what we've got for you right now. And of course, hey, when we have a few people in the chat rooms, I'll say hi to you and bring you all the usual sort of stuff. But for the moment, hey, first person I'll say hi to is Steve Wyatt, and also hi to Julie. She's obviously just got the mention come up, and also photo for you. And hey, we're all doing good. Thank you. Keep the messages coming in. We're also going out on Facebook at the same time, so we'll say hi to a few folks there as the afternoon rolls on. Hi to Ben Bear Williams, Jim Gemmell. Hey, everybody's appearing. All right, I'm going to start the show for you right now. The DVD show, and with a bit of luck, you should be able to see on your screen. What does it say? It says Waddington 2000 to 03, 2000 to 2003. Some great videos coming up for you. Let's click a few buttons and see what is on this actual DVD itself. Aha, that says arrivals and departures. Let's click on that, see what that does. Right, play all German. Oh, a Nimrod. We're going to get an F-15, all sorts of stuff. What else? German Tornado, Phantom, PC-3, Hawk, RAF Tornado, the Frecce Tricolore. What else is coming up? Some Tiger aircraft and a Phantom F-16. Yeah, that sounds pretty good for starters. So let's start the DVD right now. Keep the messages coming in, and I'll certainly give you a good mention. And what have we got? Arrivals and departures. Okay, let's play all. And currently watching this at the moment right over on the Facebook, saying hi to Steve Wyatt and also hi to Matt. And of course, if you could do me the big favour by sharing it, just like Steve Wyatt has, much appreciated. Well, I've got to be honest, all this morning I've been debating as to whether to go to Mildenhall this week. Let's get this taken off first. Oh, what a fabulous takeoff. I used to love that aircraft. Absolutely wonderful, the Nimrod. So as I say, I was hoping to go to Mildenhall for the next couple of weeks, but looking at the weather forecast, I thought, I don't think so. So I thought, hey, why not? Because I did promise I'd do a few live shows this week. So staying in the warmth of the studio, and we're back. This was taken from 2001 on the arrivals day for the RAF Waddington Air Show. And as you're going to see, in a very, very privileged place. Very, very close to the runway. So expect to see some really great shots coming up. On the messages today, saying hi to SHGP, Barry West, Jim Gemmell. Photo for you, Mike B, Andrew Austin, Heather Ramsey. And also, hey, good old Barry West, great to see you. Well, he's not old, but he might be, I don't know. Hugh Gordon, also hello to you. Hi to Darren Hopper. Our good friend Barry West, he actually used to work at Mildenhall, but mainly at Laken Heath. So as always, great to have your company. Good to see you, Barry. Also, Mike B. We got a good g'day from Robbie. Hiya, Robbie. And Karen Concurrent says, hi, Stu Bear. She's currently watching this on Facebook. Hi, Karen. Always good to see you. That's really kind of you. Thank you very much there, Mike B. Germans. They certainly always used to pull the stops out with their tornadoes at RAF Waddington. Beautiful example just then. SHGP Media. Hey, I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much indeed. Also on the mentions this afternoon, saying hi to Alison Bowers, Jim Gemmell. Big mention to Michael watching this over in the Philippines. So, of course, don't forget, wherever you're watching this, if it's Facebook, if it's YouTube, don't forget, hey, do us a big favor, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and certainly you can share the video to wherever you want. Let's get as many folks watching this afternoon as possible, and keep the messages coming. Say hi. So what's it all about this afternoon? Well, just, hey, putting in one of the DVDs that I produced several years ago. This was from the early 2000s. Bit of a compilation of when I used to do the official filming at Waddington. And that's what we're looking at right now. Well, thank you very much there. John Bolland says, lovely close-up, Stu. And I tell you, I was very, very close. You can probably also tell by the way it's slightly over-modulating on the microphones. Listen. I always remember filming at this spot at one particular day. It could be coming up, and it was an AWACS that was taking off. And talk about over-modulating with the microphones. It actually sent the microphones flying. And as you can see with the crowd on the background, this was the departure day after the air show. And could be this be the AWACS that sent the microphones flying? It could well be. So that was some arrival and departure shots right now. A little bit from the actual air show itself. You know, Andrew, that is a really good question you just put into the chat room. Andrew Austin says, how were your ears after being that close? I've got a little trick whenever I'm video filming to make sure, because for me the sound is every bit or more important than the actual video. So what I nearly always do, I always have a good pair of over-ear headphones. And of course that serves two purposes. Number one, it makes sure that the sound's all pretty good. But number two, it's protecting your ears as well. And of course, not neglecting our good friends watching this over on Facebook. Saying hi to Alan, that's Alan Longstaff. Also hi to Phil Tovey, Steve Wyatt. And watching this, as I said earlier, from the Philippines is Michael.
270
And also, very, very quickly, just before we get into this display, saying hi to Taffy Griffiths, watching from Tasmania. Great to know you're watching out there. Keep the messages coming. I'll give you a good shout out. Anyway, let's go quiet and let you see and hear this. F-15 from the Israeli Air Force.
clear to land.
And also watching this today on the Facebook, we have Neil and Alicia watching from Bulgaria. Some of my most favourite shots we just saw there of this fantastic F4 Phantom. Especially that particular takeoff shot. I think of all the takeoffs, that was my favourite. And watch this carefully. Watch this. It's not going to do a roll. Of course it's not. Yes, it is.
And the 100 of these aircraft were delivered between July 1985 and April 9, Mark 82 bombs.
That lady's saying, "Look, Mum, it's coming." The fabulous B1. Either that or she was saying, "Hey, is that Stu Bear getting in our way?"
So, the winds are now fully forward on this fan. They're at 15 degrees.
Oh, certainly remembering the great days of the Waddington air shows, and all of these were taken from the early 2000s, 2000 to 2003. And right now,
he's also, without doubt, one of the most experienced.
if you hear, you should hear it. You should see him as well. It's the one and only, the brilliant Brian Lecombe. And somewhere down there, I was actually filming it. That's where we're getting the outside shots from. And basically what we used to do between us, we used to swap the videos and put it all together. And this was the result. Well, might be. I hope we made your lunchtime fly by even more. It's alright, bit of a play on words, but please you enjoyed your lunchtime, Mike. Catch you later. Just coming into land, you'll see the threshold any moment. I wanted to say hi and giving him a good mention. Hi to Lee Horton. Thank you for putting the message into Facebook. And of course, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, don't forget, hey, share the video. Let's get as many folks watching as possible. Ah, the French aerobatic team. And a big thumbs up to you as well. That's Vaclav. Nice to see you. And yeah, give you a big thumbs up back as well. That's what I love about live. You put a message in, the bear will say hi. I'm sorry to hear that. Isn't that a shame? Poor old Dot Cotton. Goodness gracious. She was around for a long, long time. Such a shame, though. Great character. Wow, she was 95. And she smoked like a chimney, didn't she? All right, Nick. No, I can't do the accent at all, but... oh, great. Such a shame. A very good afternoon to Nick Can. Hiya, Nick, and a big wave to you as well. Well, you may remember, round about November and December, I bought you some great F-18 action from Leeming, but this was from a long time ago right now. Because today is the DVD show on this Monday afternoon, and going back to 2000 to 2003 with some highlights from one of my Waddington DVDs. That's what we've got. Oh, Scappy, really sorry to hear that, mate. 94, wow, great age, but it's always so sad, isn't it, hey? So, yeah, thinking about you there, Nick. Sorry, Scappy, thinking about you, my man. Nick Cow says, looking great this video, but it's very, very old video.
3012 knots.
But it was filmed in digital, 4.3 on the resolution, as you can tell, because in those days, that was the sort of TVs we used to have then, before the wide screen. But it's still, yeah, it's not bad, is it, hey?
If you could exit left at the 3,000 foot to go board. Okay, next left.
And a real special good day to my good friend, that's Mark Webber Webster. Hey, Mark, how the devil are you? So expect a couple of shows this week, because I did promise I would be live this week, but I was hoping to be at Mildenhall. But with the rubbish weather this week, I thought, no, hey, I'm going to stay in the warm and wait until the weather's much better and we can give you some beautiful sunsets from Mildenhall. So I hope to be at Mildenhall just after Easter time.
Michael.
Hiya, Jeff Bundy. Well, I hope you're not feeling too bad.
Oh, this is nice.
Aircraft, line, move towards the centre as it's on the classic diamond line. The trademark of the team.
So, smoke on. Go.
And they're safety up to each other for a new manoeuvre for the 2001 season. The amazing...
And also saying hi to Adi Yuba. I'm sure that's not how you exactly say your name, but hey, thank you for joining us on Facebook with Stu Bear and, of course, Air Show World.
Seven and 9, roll. Go. Nothing about. Nothing about. Aboard. Roll it under. Nothing about. Roll. Get nose, smoke one. Take off the way from Stella.
What an aircraft, what a display. The RAF Tornado. Wow. It's alright, I'm getting carried away here. Absolutely love that. The speed.
With 240, 12 knots.
Right now, as you can see, Hungarian Air Force MiG-29. Steve SHGP, he's on the ball today. I do like that one. Nice one. Don't forget, keep the messages coming in wherever you're watching this. If you'd like to take part in the chat room, hey, if it's on Facebook, put a message in the comments. And if you're watching this right now on YouTube, make sure, hey, look, it's just coming up to 1:45 on this Monday afternoon, letting you know it is live from the studio. So, of course, you can put a message into the chat room right now. Oh, yes, a touch and go. Watch this. Not quite touching the wheels down, but what an approach. Also saying hi to Chloe this afternoon.
And 1, if you could keep the chute, vacate at the end and left and release the chute on the taxiway.
Hey, that's really kind of you. Thank you so much for that kind donation. That's from Sir Look-a-Lot. Says a little something for the kitty from Ontario, Canada. Previously known as Can Force 3. I've had a name change. Fabulous footage, Stu, he says. I will certainly be looking out for that new call sign of yours there. I'm so pleased you put Can Force 3 because I'd have thought, who's Sir Look-a-Lot? And by the way, Sir Look-a-Lot, look out at towards the end of the month for the live outside broadcast shows from East Midlands Airport. I'm just waiting for it to be lighter a little bit longer. And of course, as always, thank you so much for the donations. It means a lot. And once again, getting really close and personal with some of these aircraft.
Mustang Tower go.
And this particular year, they had the official Tiger meet. It was at Kleiner Brogel. And there was one of the fabulous examples. And there's another one. You can see the KC-135, and just before that was the Belgium F-16.
Alpha, left base, you're down to land.
Gemini 644 Alpha, clear to land.
And in just a moment, you're going to see one of my favourites. Here it is.
Vacating at the end to the left. Alpha 4644 Alpha, switching to launch.
Roger, continue down 342 decimal 12.
34212. And as I was saying around about 20 minutes ago, The Germans, they certainly know how to paint their aircraft. What a beautiful example.
And left, heading 090, climbed flight level 240, squawk 6141, and frequency after departure will be Waddington approach 312.5.
And of course, we got to give a special mention to our fabulous friend out there. That's the one and only Leslie White. Leslie's watching this on Facebook. Hi, yes, Leslie. Always good to see you.
Wheel 8602, continuous Waddington ground, 342.12. 761 now, Roger 720 Tango 761, continue, turn check gear. Continue, gear down, 761. Turn continues, Waddington ground frequency.
A photo for you. It'd be fantastic to see you down at Milden Hall. As you know, this week I was hoping to be there, but I've had second thoughts about it. The weather forecast is looking horrible for this week, so I hope to be there just after Easter.
Air Force 321, Wellington Director, identified radar information.
Because I certainly want to bring you some of those beautiful sunset shots that we get. Steve Creed, hiya Steve, great to see you.
We will split the team into two groups. First group will wait Platon Alpha, and three aircraft will have a recce of the site, getting some visual cues, and after that we will join the whole team and display for training.
Confirmation checking. Not here. Not a clear bell break. Waddington Tower. Good afternoon, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye formation, Waddington tower, good afternoon. Join runway 21, the QFB 1007. Circuit clear service when 210, 18 knots.
Well, I'm really pleased, Pete Kane, that you're enjoying the DVD show this afternoon. I filmed these in the early 2000s. Back in the great days of the Waddington Air Show. We saw some air show action just around about 10 minutes ago. And now we get back to some of the departures.
Call 38, Waddington Tower, good morning, line up.
That's what happens. Matt Cat Lady, absolutely.
Titan 01 formation, good morning, request startup.
Two beautiful kittens are having a real good wrestling match. You'll have to send a video across as they keep growing.
Send the whole short runway 21. It's about 2 minutes for the flight. Quick report when you're ready for lineup. Hotel 47, closed circuit is approved. I'd appreciate it if you could make it as tight as possible.
This is a great shot coming up. Look out for the MiG. That shot.
Titan holding position. Waddington Tower, Titan 0 formation. Good morning at the mountain position, runway 1.
Titan formation, Waddington Tower, good morning. Line up, surface wind calm.
Roger, let's come to runway 1, Titan 0.
Waddington Tower, you for everything, sir. Clear Hotel 47, safe journey back. Thanks for coming.
Pete Kane says, hey, thanks for the shout out. Well, thank you for putting the message in. Wherever you're watching this, either on Facebook or YouTube,
Plan 01.
or anywhere else in the world, hey, just put a message into the comments and I'll do our best to say hi.
Waddington Tower, Diamond 1 formation.
Diamond 19 formation, Waddington Tower, good morning. Just hold your position for a moment. Just getting 1 or 2 vehicles out of your way. I'll taxi you again to the runway very shortly.
Roger, 1 information.
And as you can see, a couple of PC-7s. I always think the colour of these really stand out. Oh, and hey, this aircraft always stands out. The sheer size of it. The fantastic B1. Now, coming up in a couple of moments, as we start to see some of the Israeli aircraft actually departing, you can see the Hercules support aircraft. In a moment, there's a Boeing 707. And as that taxis towards us, I literally had to really duck my head down. The wings were just a bit... Here we go. I kept saying... Is that going to hit my head? Because I am on a very, very wide angle at this point. Very close to the aircraft. It was a brilliant spot, but... But boy, oh boy, to get shots like this of the Israeli F-15s departing, if you've been here for the last half an hour, you'd have seen this particular aircraft doing a display.
Israeli Airport, 088.
Number 123, line up, steps and calm. Down, steps and calm. Roger.
And on this particular year, back in 2001, if you were there on the Thursday morning for the arrivals, you were really treated to something special when the Israeli F-15s actually did their practice display because they were setting off flares and all sorts in beautiful blue skies. They soon put a stop to that though. And another wonderful aircraft that looks sensational head on. The RAF Nimrod.
We were just asking to be attacking him at the 150. Final request is 312.
Then Central Step 217, Roger, family flight level 150, maintain control vessel, and just need the time from airborne to optimum.
And keeping the messages coming, saying hi to Frederick. Watching this right now on Facebook. Wherever you're watching this, if you're watching it on YouTube and you'd like to take part in the chat room, all you have to do, it's quite simple, just subscribe to Airshow World on YouTube. And of course, it's absolutely free, and within 1 minute, you'll be able to take part in the brilliant chat. And I tell you, some great folks are there today. And thank you, everybody, wherever you are in the world, watching this now. And talking of the YouTube, hi to Kai. Hello, Kai. Thank you. He says, hi, I went to Sunderland Air Show back in 1997. That was a good year, 97. And Mr. Unknown says, hi, afternoon, Airshow World. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for putting the message in. And everybody else, keep them coming. and getting a slightly different angle this time. Actually, I'm filming totally on the display line. Watch this. And that was the French aerobatic team. Isn't it really annoying when you hear some commentators and they say the French version of the Red Arrows? Hey! Call them the Patrol de France. Anyway, what have we got? We've got more great action right now with the Saab Viggen. Steve Wyatt says 1997 was the first time he went to the Royal International Air Tattoo. Well, if you were going to go, hey, you picked a really good year. That was a good year. They had a Tiger meet, lots of fantastic aircraft, and on the Saturday, they had the B-2 stealth bomber actually landed. It was only on the ground for a few hours and then took off. And for anybody that was there on the Sunday, you wouldn't have even known. Apart from all your mates really rubbing your nose in it. Which was the case with me. I could only go on the arrivals and then on the Sunday. I was too busy DJing in those days. I just saw my old caravan in the background just then. And waving by the caravan was a very young Heather. Hi to Jonathan. Thurnley New says hello from Newton Le Willows. Thank you for the message. Also, thank you for the big heart from the person. Yeah, you can't beat a good tiger meat. It's in her head now. She'll have to get Alexa to play it. Or shall I get her to play it? Alexa, play Tiger Feet by Mud. Oh, look at this. It's what they call the crazy flight of the Frecce Tricolore. And as you can see, did you notice the bit of cutout grass that you could see? That's there for the purpose. And also you'll see lots of orange markings down where that grass is been cut really low. You see? That's where the bear was filming from, and that shows the pilots whereabouts the actual display line is, where they mustn't cross any further than that. And directly behind where I was filming, there was it's a big wooden building. It's called the RVR Tower. Of course, I'm sure as you know, the Runway Visual Range Tower, and literally in there was a camera permanently pointing down, and if anybody went any further than where the cutout grass was, they were alerted immediately straight to air traffic control, and it was an immediate landing. So hey, that was what it was all about. Warwick in Warwickshire, beautiful part of the world. And that's our Phil Tovey. Hiya, Phil. So Alexa, she did chirp up then, Julie. All right, okay. I love shots like that. And for this particular shot, believe it or not, I was actually on Waddington's. This is their golf course. Obviously not playing golf today, on this particular day, should I say. You notice the signs? Oh, let's have another look at the fantastic MiG-29 display. very good afternoon. Saying hi to Andy Vint. Hi, Andy. Thank you for putting the message in over on Facebook, wherever you're watching this. Hey, keep the messages coming. As we watch the fabulous F4 Phantom. Phil Tovey asks the question, what year was this from? This particular clip you're looking at now was from 2001 RAF Waddington. This afternoon it's the DVD show, and it's a compilation of Waddington air shows from 2000 to 2003. And I just saw my old caravan again. That was the campsite just in the background where we used to be. Great days. And we go back. This was on the practice day, and I will always remember this particular aircraft. Actually, on the Sunday, it took the arrestor cable. And just to slightly elaborate on that, arrestor cable, what's that all about? As it was coming into land, it had a bit of a problem, whether it was a hydraulic problem or whatever, but it couldn't slow down. And that's why at military airfields especially, they have a cable that goes directly across. And if you have a look on some of the aircraft, you'll see there's a little hook that can drop down. And that's exactly what it did. And of course, hey, I'll tell you the story in a minute. And last August time, beautiful, scorching hot day. Some of you may remember I was at RF Mildenhall, and that's exactly what they were doing. They were testing. They were testing the arrestor cables, and we did a live show, and we were lucky enough to bring that to you live when the F-15s were literally taking the cable. And I'm sure one of these Friday nights I will show that bit of video again where the F-15s were, how shall I put it? They were, taking the knicker elastic, as Julie just put it. You can always rely on Julie to, bring it down just a little bit, you know? Don't you dare change. So we've seen a couple of shots of these today, and just a couple more little clips from, of course, it's the Red Arrows. And again, we go back, getting these really unique shots. Normally you see them absolutely on show center, but here we're at the end of the runway, making sure that the red arrows are not crossing that display line. In fact, if you look carefully, you'll see one of them does.
Where the area pilot reported the cloud base to be? Thunderbird control ground. Go ahead, sir. Can you remember what the last pilot said the cloud base was?
Yeah, he called it between 3,500 and 4,000.
Thanks, sir.
So we have this F-18, and then after that, I think it's one of my favourites. It's the Thunderbirds with their great radio comms. It's all still to come. And of course, Waddington had a fantastic relationship with lots of foreign participation. Because basically, hey, they used in the early days, in the early 2000s, or the late 90s, early 2000s, a lot of aircraft used to come along and use what they used to call the ACMI. To put it basically, oil rigs with special equipment out in the North Sea, and they were based at RAF Waddington, and there was a building there, and that's where all the data was all sent back. So as you can see right now, we've got the Spanish F-18, and they were regular visitors there on the ACMI deployments, together with F-16s from Belgium, French Mirages, and some of our favourites used to be the brilliant Saab Dragons. And I'm sure at some point, hey, I'll feature some of that action.
Joker, you guys taking notes? Say again? You guys taking notes? Actually, I thought that was a slow roll. You guys are going to have to speed that up and a lot if you're going to get it done before show center like that. The helicopter's buzzing around and making me nervous. Disregard 7, you see the helicopters? Affirmative. Yeah, they've been shuttling back and forth for a while now. Yeah, we told them that nobody flies when we're flying. They said they'd head down. The gear for a full stop to 1.
Oh, clear to land.
So like a lot.
300.
Alias Canforce 3. We'll catch you later. It's brilliant to see you in the chat. And thank you for the real kind donation.
Taxi into position. Number 1's cleared on the hole.
Okay, time for the Thunderbirds. Listen to the radio comms. They're brilliant. Here we go.
INS. Release brakes now.
Up to 15,000 feet.
Copy that turn. Also, if you could advise if any traffic comes within 7 miles of the field, please.
I certainly will, and your vehicle's on the runway at the moment.
Thanks.
Thunderbird Control, the runway is also yours.
Control copies. Runway with 4 on, 2 off. Get a bus. Power up. Knots.
And very quickly, this was from the year 2000.
Slowing. Slowing. Come to a stop. Beep. Porsche key. No 1, 5, 6. Pick it up in a low show. Low show 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 7. The boss stand by 1. Wind to calm. Clear to take off. You're the man. Stand by 5 seconds to narration. You're the heat. Inside the cockpit of Thunderbird 1 as our planes prepare to roll. Thunderbird, check 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here to help us say thanks for those of you that did so much for so many some 60 years ago. We dedicate this show to the heroes of Battle of Britain. Thunderbirds, let's run them up. Stand by, smoke. Smoke gun ready now. Smoke gun ready now. Thunderbirds, release brakes ready now. Burner now. Steering.
And as you can see on this particular video, the lighting conditions, it got very, very dark. Just look at the afterburners, look at the lights on the runway. But oh, I just love that radio comms. Brilliant. Let's get back to it.
We're back. Return. Little forward, pull. Think forward. Left turn. Back left all the way. Set up for the low opener.
Lisa B! Hey, 30 minutes? I tell you what, thank you for just giving us a couple of minutes of your time. Good to see you, Lisa.
Little power up. Easing forward.
Easing forward. I love it.
Little left turn.
Lisa B, the bear, it's right here.
Little right turn. Easing forward. Easing forward. Left turn. Back left all the way. Oh, center. Gun ready now. Right turn. Oh, setting up for the trail of Diamond Buck. 2, 3, 4. Little nose coming up. Little fire up. Right turn. Four pull. Little more. Little more, Paul. Little power up. Diamond stretch 10. Left turn. Oh, center. Oars in. Poke off. Ready now. Right turn. Back left for the Delta roll. Forward. Little power up. Left turn. Little more, Paul. Little more, Paul. Little power back. Easing forward. Right turn. Back right all the way. Nose coming up. Continuous right. Little more, Paul. Little power up. Back right for the diamond. Good review. Little power up. Show center. Power up. Little power up. Left turn. Coming left for the Delta low closer. Little easing forward. Little right turn. Power back. Back right all the way.
Boss, winds are calm. We'll land your runway 21.
What? Little power up. Little right turn. Little more, Paul. Easing forward. Left turn. Back left all the way. Little power up. Stand by left edge 370. One's on top 110. 12. 210. 210.
Boss, winds are calm. Clear to land.
2 space gear down. Right side.
Jet boss.
3 space gear down.
Oh, base gear down.
I just love their radio chatter. I always remember when I filmed this
4,500.
Get a bus.
back in 2000. And as soon as I got back home, I thought, hold on a minute, I've got something special there. And I mixed the radio together with the video, and I thought, yeah, I like that. I do like that. And after the airshow office actually got to see this, that was when the doors completely opened for my good self over at RAF Waddington. And that is why, because of that video you've just seen, why I was able to get some of those great shots that you've seen earlier when we were really close to the runway, because that particular video was taken from obviously where the public go, but the other ones earlier in the day, hey, they were all taken from really special places. And hey, like this shot just here coming up right now. This is Brian Lecomber actually taxiing out, so you saw his display just a little bit earlier, and as far as I remember, this is his solo. And there was just a tiny bit of that. And these are all from the DVD. That's what you've been watching this afternoon. It's the DVD show. And that photograph there, that was taken on the Thursday morning that I was telling you about earlier with the Israeli F-15, should I say, when he was actually setting off those flares. So you saw a quick shot of that. And these photographs, these were taken by my really good friend. That was Adrian Hexter. And what a photographer he really is. It's certainly worth Googling to see. That sounds rude, doesn't it? Certainly worth Googling. Certainly worth having a look and seeing some of his actual shots. They are amazing. Especially what he does these days. Excuse me, I just had to take a quick coughing fit for a second. Still, it's almost there, the chest, you know, it's getting better. Still, you know, not quite 100%. I'd say we're 98% there anyway. But yeah, these fabulous photographs. So Adrian, he used to take the photographs for me, and of course I was doing all the videos. Just hold on a moment. And there we have it. That's what we've been looking at. And I just checking. There we go. It's being Waddington 2000 to 2003, and a great selection. Hope you've enjoyed that this afternoon. Hey, literally just putting your feet up, and for the last 1 hour and 40 minutes, looking at some great footage back from the early 2000s, and hey, there's lots more where that came from. And if you're interested in any of these DVDs, just hey, give me a quick shout, and it's easy enough to get in touch with the bear. You can get in touch with my good self via the usual email address. That's Stu, S-T-U, at airshowworld.com. Right, I'm just going to click a couple of buttons just here and see what we can come up with in this little batch. Hold on just a moment. Right, it's going to be that, is it? Right, I see. So I just talk amongst yourselves a moment. We will hit this button, that one. Aha, Lynham. Now that was a good old airfield back in the day. Unfortunately, as far as flying's concerned, no longer there. But we'll just have a quick look at this just for a moment. Oh, I love that. I love the banter in the chat room. Some great chat going on. And if you're watching this on Facebook, it's fantastic to have your company, and keep the comments coming in. But some fantastic great banter in the chat room right here on the Air Show World YouTube. Wherever you're watching this, it's been fantastic to have your company this afternoon. Of course, you was Stu Bear right here in the chair, the studio right here at East Midlands Airport, and right next to East Midlands Airport. Not been much going on today, I must admit. It's one of those quiet days. No doubt it'll be busy as the evening rolls on. And later this month, look out for the live shows that I will certainly be doing. This week I was hoping to be at Mildenhall, but the weather is sort of... It's supposed to be a little bit warmer this week, but the forecast is horrible. Windy, rainy, and not really the best sort of conditions to be filming outdoors. That's it, Lisa B. I think that's answered your question. She says, how's the weather in England? As I was saying, it's not one of the best weeks this week. Not going to be particularly cold over the next few days, in between about 10 and 15 degrees. And a good afternoon to Red One. Says good afternoon to Julie and someone called Stu Bear. And you may be thinking to yourself, why all the foreign participation going on back in the early 2000s at Lynham? And basically what it is, it was a bit of a competition they had, and they had several things. They had flying, but also they had ground competitions where literally who could get the Jeep into the, or Land Rover into the back the quickest. And we had lots right now. Another foreign participant. And as I was telling you earlier, that's what it was all about. Well, one of the events anyway. Getting this Jeep on board. It's all right. I know it's a Land Rover, really. I have to say Jeep because, hey, you see, I used to have Action Man stuff, you know, and it was always a Jeep. But I just like to, I love winding a certain lady up. But it was great fun. I think it was around about 2001, 2002. And we were asked to pop over to Lynham. And went, yeah, why not? Boy, oh boy, were we looked after. Hey, look at this. Oh, very good, Lisa. She's found us also on Facebook. Good to see you on Facebook as well there, Lisa. there's lots more on that particular DVD. Fly Them is your thing. It was a great weekend. Both myself, Adrian, had a brilliant time. Hey, let's see what else we can bring you with it. You see, this is all literally unscripted, totally ad hoc, so you never know what is coming up next. We might not have anything next. I don't know. It's just literally straight from the DVD player. So let's see what we have here. With a little bit of a look, we should be able to bring you this next item. Trying to get you this little bit of video from... where was it? Oh, yes, Duxford. I just noticed Maurice Moon, so I thought, yeah, let's see if we can find a little bit of Duxford for you. So just bear with the bear just a moment. So let's have a look, see if this actually works. Oh, it does work. Wow, wonders will never cease. Okay, we're going to go way back in time. It's unedited what you're going to see, but I'm sure anybody that likes their warbirds will certainly enjoy this. Let's get back to the main menu and quite simply... we'll hit all. This was filmed quite a long time ago, but it's got some real classic aircraft. Big thank you to James. He took the videos and I did the editing and producing this particular DVD. Enjoy this.
Classic wings have got the Rapide 8-seater biplane airliner,
And as if by magic, we have... Hey, I told you. I saw Maurice's name a little earlier, so I thought, hey, yeah, let's have a bit of classic Duxford. But also another big fan of Duxford is my good friend, that is Andy Hare. And he's in hospital at the moment, back in hospital, dear Lord above, mate. Well, I hope this puts a little bit of a smile on your face, okay? So wherever you are, wherever you're watching this, if you're in a hospital bed, or if you're just putting your feet up having a cup of tea, Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company style, of course. Wherever you are, enjoy. Wow. Well, that's something special. Maurice says, that T6, hey, I happen to fly that. Nice one, Maurice. Don't forget, if you're watching this right now, hey, do us a big favour. If you can share the video to whoever you think might be like to see a bit of Duxford. Now's the time to do it. Some very rare old footage coming up for you. world. Hey, the sound of these wonderful aircraft. Absolutely brilliant. Hope you're enjoying this. Don't forget, keep the messages coming, and I'll certainly do our best to give you a mention. Maurice is certainly enjoying it. And of course, wherever you're watching this in the world, it's absolutely brilliant to have your company. If you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on the main YouTube channel, thank you for joining us on this Monday afternoon.
Here it comes again.
And as always, hey, it's always good to see Driver Films Shortwave. This has finished my shift at work. Been a horrible, horrible day. Wasted a terrible day. Until now. Well, thank you for joining.
That one's gonna land, John.
Which one?
The one that's coming over here.
The one that's...
land on the grass. That were originally scattered down the sanctuary in Duxford. We gathered into new magnificent buildings, set up cafes, First World War, right through to the latest conflict in Scotland. Castellan water hall down the far end of the site.
Well, that's really something. Morris telling us about, hey, he actually flew that T6 aircraft. What a beautiful, wonderful aircraft, mate. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's show. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining my good self right here on YouTube. Don't forget, on Friday night, we have the Friday night 60-minute show. It's Friday Night Live with Stu Bear. And you can join us from 6:30 for the build-up show, and you can have a good old chat with everybody. But the show starts live from 7 o'clock. That's this Friday and every Friday night. Don't miss it. And of course, don't forget, hey, for anybody that's certainly the folks who are watching this on Facebook, we've got several Facebook pages, groups. There's, of course, the Airshow World fan page. check that out. Julie looks after that, and you can put all sorts of stuff on there. You can put your videos, your photographs, you name it. And that's called the Airshow World fan page. And of course, there's Airshow World videos. That's a group as well. And as well as all of that, there's the main Airshow World Facebook page. And that is going from strength to strength. Getting towards, I think it's around about 60,000 followers. Absolutely amazing. Lee Horton says, thanks Steve for the stream this afternoon. It's an absolute pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. I just wanted to go live just to put everybody in the picture and say I will not be at Mildenhall this particular week. Hopefully I'll be there in just a couple of weeks, just after Easter, when I hope to start off at Coningsby for a couple of days and then hightail down to Mildenhall. Hey, thank you very much, Piotr. Huzzah! Really appreciate it. And also, many thanks for the real kind donations this afternoon. Nice one, Morris. Hey, well, we might bump in. Well, we'll definitely make sure we bump into each other. Well, that settles it for definitely. Just after Easter, we'll pop over to Coningsby. I doubt very much I'll be doing a live show actually from Coningsby, but what I will do, as I promised with Mildenhall, I'll take some videos and we'll do a highlight show later in the evening. just a couple of quick mentions to a few people in the chat room on YouTube. Saying hi to PJ, Mark Webber Webster, Becky Davis, Piator. Hi to Santa. And on the little thumbnail that you can see for this particular show today, we started off with looking at some classic stuff from the early 2000s, from the Waddington air shows. But right now, we've moved along, and we've gone back even further, way back to 1992. And currently looking at some videos from Duxford. Also, special mentions today to Maurice Moon and also to my good friend Andy Hare, who's unfortunately in hospital at the moment. Andy, hope things improve very, very soon and that we see you right here at Duxford. And in case you didn't realise, our very good friend Andy Hare, Andrew Hare, give him his full title. A lot of people have been asking about those brilliant videos that I've been playing back from the early 90s from the Mildenhall Air Fates. Well, Andy actually filmed those, and I've been recapturing them. Putting them through that very clever piece of equipment called the time-based corrector. Yeah, don't worry, it's nothing out of Doctor Who, but boy oh boy, it certainly improves the video, and we've been able to bring you those in full HD. And we saw some of those just a couple of weeks ago on the Friday night show. That brilliant B-52, the Vulcan, the B-1, the A-10, and even we had a display of a C5 Galaxy. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant video footage, Andy. Well, thank you very much there, Andrew. That's Andrew Hare. Because somewhere on a VHS tape, he has got that unbelievable display from Mildenhall of the B-52 back in 1990. But you take care for the moment there, Andrew, and get yourself better, mate. Well, I don't know about that one there, SHGP Media. But I certainly know the name of Santa's wife. That's Mary. Merry Christmas, yes. I've got to be honest, this display is absolutely incredible. Some of these passes. Hey, just how low can you go? Hey, that was just amazing.
They haven't been flying for us, but there are a number of airplanes in there with corals too. Into Europe. Head up to 4 down. Touching down.
Well, what a bonus you've had today. On the DVD show, 2 actual DVDs today. We saw Waddington, and we've got around about 6 minutes left of looking at this fantastic Duxford from 1992. And on the Facebook, Mike is certainly enjoying this. Mike Waddington says, hey, I was there in 92 for this. So I hope it's bringing back some great memories for you. Well, that just about wraps things up for this afternoon. Just leaves me one more thing to do, like right now.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company.
And of course, you know the score by now. It's as simple as that. 15% off. Check it out. Help Airshow World grow. And you've certainly helped today by watching the show and also putting some fantastic donations in. Really appreciate it. Wherever you've been watching this, either on Facebook or YouTube, absolutely love you to bits. Don't forget the Friday night show between 7 and 8 o'clock. But for now, hey, you never know. I could be live tomorrow or the day after. You never know with the Bear, where it may pop up next. But for the moment, have yourself a fantastic rest of your Monday afternoon, and we'll see you next time. From my good self, Mr. Stu Bear, and everybody else in the chat room, Julie, SHGP, Morris Moon, Andrew Hare, Peter Tor, Becky Davis, wherever you are. If I haven't mentioned a name, I do apologise, but hey, you know it's a busy show. Take care. I'll see you later in the week. Have a good Monday. Bye-bye now.